You guys change hands?
Yep.
Are you done? Cool.
Yeah.
Welcome to the graveyard shift here at the Queen's Club. We have the final match of the day, what was originally intended to be the penultimate match of the day, but the final match of the day took place on the West Court due to delay in play earlier in the day. We have a first round match, the final first round match between Lewis Gordon from Petworth and Nino Merola from Radley. So let's go through. Oh, firstly I should introduce myself. I'm Ben Casenbeek. I'm up here in the streaming room. Been providing these pictures to you this evening and throughout the week. Let's have a look at the players. So, Lewis Gordon, a professional from Petworth. Grew up originally in Seacourt in Hayling Island, known for his hard-hitting style and rapid forces. Came into the game as a junior and has played a very long time. Here's some of his career highlights. A few Seacourt specific tournaments on there as well. French Open round of 16 and champion of the IRTPA Satellite in 2018. So he made the lost to Josh Smith in the quarterfinal of the T&RA Tour this year, and to Bryn Sayers in the French Open. Recently coming back from an injury, so looking to get back into playing and looking for a good score tonight. He is in this round because of a withdrawal after the draw was published by Tim Chisholm, and Lewis Gordon was promoted directly into the main draw. He was originally slated to play the qualifiers. We also have Nino Merola, assistant professional at the Radley School, playing off a 7.2. He started playing at Radley after he was working in the sports centre. Came along with Chris Ronaldson, picked up the game. Spent a bit of time at Seacourt, spent a bit of time at Washington, but now is still plying his trade at Radley. And as it turns out, that's where I play a lot of my tennis these days, so I'll try and keep unbiased, but Nino is one of my many home pros. Let's look at his career. Played the Australian Open in 2023. Has recently had a young baby that's prevented him from travelling to the French or the US with his partner Tori Totes, who is, I believe, the daughter of the legendary Barry Totes. And look at his form guide. He played in the qualifiers as well, defeating Max Truman in 3 sets.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final match of the Sir John Ritblat British Open of Real Tennis Singles 2023. This is the final first round match. Best of 5 6-game sets. At the service end, Lewis Gordon. And at the receiver's end, Nino Merola.
Now marker John Woods-Casey from the Royal Melbourne Tennis Club.
Good luck. Level.
Played his match against Bertie Vallett earlier this afternoon.
15 left.
And lost in 4 sets.
All.
So we have So if you're a casual fan of the game, you may actually find it hard to tell these players apart, given they are both sporting bald
30,
haircuts. But Lewis is the one with the knee braces on. That's because of his recent injury. So he's braced up both knees.
40, 50.
So we have two players with the shortest hair in real tennis, and marker with the longest hair in real tennis, male or female. First blood goes to Lewis.
No, Chase worse than he had. No strokes on Chase.
Oh, what a great serve there by Lewis.
15 love.
That's the thing with those serves. If they work, they're basically unplayable, but if you get them slightly wrong, it's either a fault or an easy ball to do something like that with.
15 all.
So high risk, high reward.
Chase better than the first gallery. Two chases, worse than he had, better than the first. 15 all.
Let's look at the head-to-head between these two players. And it is currently 2-0 in the favour of Gordon. Most recently, back in March, in a National League match at Leamington, where Lewis prevailed in 3 sets. But Nino has been steadily improving his handicap, improving his game.
Right. 15 all, first chase is worse than a yard.
And is now right up there competing with the tranche. Oh, what a shot there by Lewis Gordon. That is
30-50.
a Lewis Gordon classic, that.
Gallery.
But as I was saying, Nino is steadily improving. He's gone from being
30 all.
A regular qualifier around the 10-15 handicap to one of the current growing crop of players as of today who are sat in the single figures, because they were joined today by Bertie Vallett after his big win on the handicap against John Woods Casey.
Jeez, worse than 5.
So we should expect to see lots of dead-ons struck by both these players today. Lewis hits it very hard with a lot of pace, and it's a shot that Nino goes for a lot as well, albeit not with quite as much intensity. In the chat we have Henry Henman, who is playing doubles this year with Nino. The pair had a good win in their qualifying match against the pair from the Queen's Club. That is Neil McKenzie and Adam Dolman, in a match that felt somewhat a bit like a pro-am, really.
Nope, they're better than 2. Deuce, one chase.
As he had 2 professional players who are playing off single figures and 2 amateur doubles partners who are playing off of low teens.
Advantage, chase better than 2.
And it was a case of Henry and Nino really targeting Adam Dolman in that match. Nino was serving wide PK serves, trying to keep it away from Neil.
Advantage to the server, chase better than 2.
And force Adam into taking those serves. Just like that.
Oh.
Although that one's a fault. I've mentioned it a couple of times on commentary today about the Chris Ronaldson school of serving.
Game to the server.
which suggests that you should
One game
mix it up
all,
as much as
perfect.
possible, given that Nino is currently a Radley professional. Oh, there's another Lewis Gordon Classic. Add that onto the total. Given that Nino is currently working under Chris Ronaldson, you would expect a fair bit of variety in his serves as well.
Chase better than the last gallery. 15 love.
Even if this match goes 3 sets, it might take a fairly long time. If we're going to have a lot of forcing that goes low, we'll have a lot of long chases,
Gallery, 2 chases. Better than last in the second gallery.
hence a lot of changing of ends. I was about to show you where these two rank in the IRTPA rankings, but both of them are outside the top 20,
First chase is better than the last gallery.
and both are looking to get some valuable IRTPA points and push towards that top 20 in the world.
$30 love. Second chase is the second gallery.
Because if you're in the top 20, you don't have to go through qualifiers. You can go straight to the main draw, which helps you build more points because you're not going to miss out on main draw points. And then if you accumulate enough points, then you can get yourself into the top 8 to top 10, depending on who's playing in a given tournament, and guarantee you seeding, and that then helps you snowball even more points.
$15 up. Stop.
Oh, he's overran that.
15 all.
He's trying to get back to the centre of the court, and Nino smartly put it back in the corner. Lewis is not a small guy. It takes a fair bit of effort to turn around
30-15.
and frames the response. Oh, that's just ordinary tennis, to be fair. It's a wide serve. Put low, not even attempted to defend. That's just, as they would say in cricket, a bit village.
$30 all. One chase pending.
Still got a few spectators in person, which is good to see, even though we're at 10 o'clock at night here.
40-30 and chase the last gallery.
Here at the Queen's Club. Good to see there's still some fans in. Tickets are available for most of the rest of the tournament. Do check online on the Tennis and Rackets Association website to book your tickets for the later stages. If you're in the London area at all, do come along. It will be a fantastic experience. We're going to have some cracking matches. We've already had some cracking matches.
40-30.
It is not to be missed, especially once the seeds start playing against each other.
Game to the receiver. The receiver leads by 3 games to 1 per set.
Lewis Gordon taking a bit of a lead here now, 3-1 up. And we'll see that hard PK again from Nino. It's really more of a double serve because you're trying to get that across to your the partner of the player you're supposed to be serving at.
15 left. Time please, ball up, thanks Will.
But if you're confident enough that your opponent's not going to be volleying them and wants to take it off the floor, it can be an effective shot to try and get it close to the back wall.
15 left.
See, he can volley that, but it's not what Lewis wants to do. Lewis wants to take it off the floor and really give it his force.
Love.
Could be in for a long one here.
$15.30. Chase better than the last gallery, 15.30.
Again, that drive low kind of guarantees a chase in this match.
No, Chase better than 2. 2 chases better than last and better than 2. 15.30.
So do let us know where you are, who you're supporting in this match, and also tell us about what you think of the day's play so far, and which matches you've enjoyed, and which matches you're looking forward to seeing later on in the week. I think personally I'm very excited for the first match tomorrow between Rob Schenkman and Leon Smart, which has huge implications for world rankings and race points and all that sort of stuff, as Rob tries to get into that top 8 to guarantee himself a seed spot at the major tournaments.
$40.50. Second chase is better than 2.
He's got it.
And the game.
I think it fell 1 and 2.
It's 2 games to 3. The server leads in the first set.
Good heavy cut there by Nino. This court's not known for its cut, but if you do put it on there, you will get the reward for it.
Chase the last gallery. No strokes on chase.
This is high. Got to be punished, and it is.
15 love.
Still very much in the early exchanges of this match. But that will do Lewis's confidence a world of good. And he goes again. It's 2 in a row.
30 love.
So looking on the commentary earlier today, grills tend to come in 3s. So we see another one shortly.
$15.30.
Simon Talbot Williams in the chat. He's been here as a steward these first few days, saying it's already a marathon.
30 all.
So yes, another dead on.
$40.30 and chase the last gallery.
Jane Taylor, as a Petworth member, of course, is backing in behind Lewis Gordon. Great to see the local support. It's one of the things that's fantastic about the British Open is, and real tennis in general, is that you have a lot of all the players of the sport at the amateur level and the club level all have a club professional, and many of them are also touring pros.
40-30, the receiver
So it's always exciting when your local club pro is in a major tournament. We saw that at the World Championships in 2022. With how Prested turned out for Rob Fay, how Oratory turned out for Claire Fay, and then also, especially in the eliminators this season, I saw the support for Nick Howell at Aiken and John Lumley at Philadelphia. And you wonder, someone like Camden, who doesn't have a home club because he's a touring professional, is he missing out on supporters who are going to back in behind their home pros?
Juice.
Do you think Philadelphia will always turn out for John Lumley? Even after a year spent stranded in the UK with visa issues. Add that to the highlight reel for Lewis Gordon.
4 games to 2, the receiver leads first set.
He hits that shot so well. That's an amazing volley though. Keeps the point alive.
Chase worse than a yard. $15 up.
Starting to bring the firepower now, Lewis Gordon.
$15 all.
Nino just had to find a way through this period here. Lewis is finding his range with his forces, but it can come and go. And the errors will come.
30-15.
So Nino just needs to hold his nerve, be defensive for a little bit. Just while Lewis gets through this bit of a purple patch with his forcing. Because
Chase the last gallery. 2 chases worse than a yard in the last.
it gets to a point where you come in and out of touch with it, and if you feel like you're forcing, you're no longer forcing as well as you were earlier in the match, then you can get a bit frustrated and start to throw a few more away. So Nino just has to hold on, play a defensive game for a bit, and let this passage of play pass.
So you know, if we go towards midnight, the lights are due to go off at midnight. Security's going to come in about 5-2, and they can just switch them off and switch them on again. So if we get to that stage, we might have to pause just for a minute or two. So it should be sort of.
Words there from John Woods Casey about the lights.
30-15.
Hopefully we don't get to that point, but we may have lights out here at Queen's Club apparently.
30-15 receiver.
There's a few courts which have compulsory lights out policies around the UK.
Lost chase. 30 all. Second chase.
That can be
last gallery.
Sometimes just due to the clubs trying to make sure that no club member leaves the lights on overnight and uses a whole bunch of electricity. It may be the case that there's planning permission regulations that say lights can't be on and play can't be on past a certain hour. So I know Cambridge's lights are the green court lights turn off in Cambridge. The Oxford lights turn off and you can't turn them back on, which can be a problem in some late running National League matches around the UK.
Bad edge server.
National League matches that start at 6 or 7 o'clock. Get a few 2-hour 3-set matches in there, and you can very easily go past midnight before you get your dinner.
Game to the server. Server leads by 5.
Lewis has stretched out to a 5-2 lead here in this first set. As I say, he's in a bit of a purple patch at the moment.
Chase the last gallery. 15 love. Adequate.
Nino, I think, is in a bit of danger here of feeling like if he loses the first set, then what's the point in playing anymore?
30,
The light's just going to go out. I want to go home and get to bed and lose some of that motivation to try and fight back for a 4 or 5 setter.
(40-15) and chase the last gallery.
So we have set points now for Lewis Gordon. Two set points with the last gallery chase. You'd think you'd back him from here, wouldn't you? Expect a big hit coming through first up. Get it out of the system.
40-15, the receiver leads. Chase the last gallery.
And that's it. The first set goes the way of the Petworth professional.
The receiver leads by 1 set to love. Second set level. Thank you. 15 love.
Nino lucky there to get the stroke call from Lewis, because that was very close to the line. He's responded well here, Nino. Sometimes the most important game in the whole match is the first game of the second set. Because if you lose the set down 6-2, and then all of a sudden you're 1 love, 2 love down in the second set, it can be so demoralising. If you get a few good points, get a bit of run of play again, you can build some momentum into the second set.
15-30.
And especially if your opponent has put a lot of mental energy into closing out the first set. Bang! Oh, misses wide.
Better than the door. 15-30.
You just knew that was coming, didn't you? Goes bang again. That's a very nice shot there by Nino.
40-15 and chase better than the door. Could you grab the balls, please?
Well, as they grab the balls, let's have a look at some of the statistics from the first set. Only 22 minutes in it. After a few long matches, it's a bit refreshing to have a quick set in there. Points won 31-20. Lewis has been the better player, you would say, for sure. His forces were, on point. Yeah, he put a few in the net early, but he's really found his range now, which is good to see.
(40-15) the receiver leads. Chase better than the door. Oh, time. 30-40. Game to the receiver. That's the first game of the second set. 1-up.
So Nino does get that first game.
Oh.
Much needed. How does Lewis respond?
Chase better than the last gallery. No strokes, one chase. Love. No, chase better than 2. 2 chases, better than last and better than 2. 15 love.
So again, we've got James Walsh in the chat supporting Nino. Good to see support for both players here. Again, one of the things with this game is that in general, most of the players are, club professionals who are known by a lot of the club players and the fans of the game. So you really get to
first chase is better than the last gallery.
You really get to personally know a lot of the top players, which means that you often find
30 love. Second chase is better than 2.
You often find a reason to lend your support to them.
40
maybe you like their personalities, or whether you're the home professional, or maybe you went on a club trip to one of their clubs and they were nice to you one time, and so you give them support that way. So do let us know who you're supporting.
Chase worse than the last gallery. 15-40.
Well, I don't think we really expected anything different from the way that Lewis is going to approach this match. He has one gear, and that gear is maximum power. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But today it seems to be working, so for his sake, hopefully it continues. And finds a winning gallery out of nowhere.
30-40. Okay, so the receiver
Nino putting in a bit of a fight back here. He's 2 love in this second set. Can he build on it any more than that?
Just the last gallery.
That will help. Get the serve back.
And worse than the last gallery, 2 chases.
As a reminder, we will bring you the recorded coverage of the match that occurred earlier this evening on the West Court between Lewis Williams and Bryn Sayers. That will follow this match.
$15 love. Second chase is worse than the last gallery. Top.
Nino's finding a bit of a way here. The purple patch that Lewis was in seems to be somewhat over. He's not quite finding his range in the same way as he was before. A few of his forces have gone low. Nothing high yet. It's when it goes high, it's when it becomes quite dangerous. Not in a physical sense, but in a dangerous for his score line. It's a lovely shot there by Nino. Finds the base of the timber. Nothing Lewis can do about that. Are we in for a 4-setter here? Or a 5-setter even? Nino is absolutely storming this second set. That sneaks into the dead on. Not too often you hear a shot that Lewis hits into the dead on described as sneaking in. It's much more like that. Much more like that most of the time. So we've got 2 games to love in this second set here, in the final first round match of the British Open 2023.
30-40, the receiver leads, chase worse than 4.
As we look to see who gets the privilege of playing against the world champion Camden Riviere in the second round.
Game to the receiver. Receiver leads by 3 games to love, second set.
Such that it is a privilege.
Oh.
I think a lot of people joke, oh, we're going to run into Camden. I mean, there's a lot of the players just to say, oh, you run into Camden first round, you're going to lose.
15 love.
You're running into Rob Fay, you're running into John Lumley, Nicky Howe. But as I think we saw with the match between Levi and Ben tonight, at one point, one day, the players that we currently think of as
15 love.
as the top 4, as the top 5, will no longer be there. They will get beaten, or they'll retire, I guess.
30-15.
So they will be beaten one day, and there will be a next generation coming through.
40-15.
So maybe not today, maybe not this week, but one day it will happen. That is a loose serve by Lewis Gordon, and Nino licks his lips and makes the most of it. He's now got a 4-love lead out of nowhere. Lewis lets have a bit of frustration on that grill. I think the difference in this set has been Nino's shot making has been much tighter. There's a lot less loose balls for Lewis to try and hit. You cannot give Lewis loose balls. And you cannot give Nino Merola an easy bobble like that to cut volley into the forehand corner. Don't let those low dead-on counts fool you. That's mostly a function of the fact that we actually haven't seen that many points, because the 2 sets have been relatively one-sided, albeit in opposite directions. Still very loose serving by Lewis. He needs to get tighter on that serve to Nino. That is well put away.
40-30 and a chase with better than a yard.
He is now 40-30 up, 4-love up in this second set. It looks like we are headed for yet another epic on British Open Monday.
40-30, the server leads Chase better than one. Lost the chase and the game. That's 5 games to love.
Well, Nino now has a 5-love lead in this set. Can he finish it off? Oh, and that's a bit of frustration there coming out. It's never fun to be 5-love down in a set, especially once you've... That's gone out of court even. Especially once you've won the first set. Must be so demoralising for Lewis. That's gone off bando out of court. So much pace on the ball.
Chase the last gallery, 30 love.
And again, Lewis's accuracy has really fallen off a cliff in this second set.
Love and chase the last gallery.
Nino now 5-love, 40-love up with a chase. You'd really, really expect him to get it from here. It's almost a certainty at this point that Nino's going to win this set. And then we'll reset for a 3-set match.
40 love, the receiver leads, chase the last
Which is
gallery.
just what the scheduler ordered. Well, Lewis saves the first of those set points, but you suspect that there are several more to come. And there it is. Nino only needs one more.
And the second set to the receiver.
We're now 1 set all.
This match stands at 1 set all. Third set, nothing. Love.
Nino starting the third set much the way that he ended the second.
All.
Really attacking that cut volley. Nino just has so much momentum in this game now. You could very easily see him running away with it from here, even though it is 1 set all. Lewis's game is just prone to getting caught up and fed up. You can see the frustration building there.
40-15.
It's not easy to win a set entirely from the receiving end without even getting a chase, not a set rather, a game, which he might well do here, just because Lewis is framing so much and not getting anything back.
Game to the receiver, that's the first game of the third set, 1-0.
Nino has now won 7 on the trot. And the frustration continues for Lewis Gordon.
15 love.
This is not pretty.
Time please. Second set. Love. No chases. Chase, better than 2. 30 love.
Well, let's have a look at some of the statistics of that second set. Oh, not yet. Sorry, my apologies. We've still got
Chase worse than a yard, 2 chases.
1 point to go, and
Better
now
than
we
2,
can
worse
look
than a yard, 30 love.
at some of those statistics. And they are not a pretty sight for Lewis Gordon. Only 10.1 in the whole set, of which 3 were targets. Serves won 26%. Nino has been peppering from that receiving end. Lewis has been making a lot of racket errors, a lot of false volleys, and he can't find his own length and line. That set duration just 16 minutes. And it looks like it's being more of the same into this third set.
$30 love, the server leads. First chase is better than 2.
Better than 2 chase.
Lost the chase.
Oh, he's lost that. That's a good call by the marker there.
40 love, second chase is worse than a yard.
Marker John Woods Casey from Royal Melbourne Tennis Club. That's just very loose from Lewis.
Game to the server. Server leads by 2 games, love. Second set. Third set, sorry. Done. Sorry. Chase 2. No strokes, 1 chase.
I mentioned earlier towards the end of the first set that Nino, when he was down 6-2, needed to be careful not to give it all away.
Chase more than a yard worse than last. 2 chases.
Being down in the set,
2 yards.
such a late start and a late match, you can drop your head and think this is just time for bed, time to get home. But now Lewis I think is in danger of that. He may have given up this match already, even though he's in theory only 2 games behind. But I think mentally he's a lot further behind.
No strokes. First chase is 2 yards. Chase 2.
Good chase here for Lewis.
Not up. 1 chase.
And Nino finds
15
it.
up. Second chase is more than a yard worse than last.
Nino likes attacking the chasers on the floor. He backs his cut shot. He's also not afraid to go hard at them either. Such an aggressive volley in front of the tambour. Good stuff, but finds the net. 15 all.
15 all. Help. Chase worse than the second gallery. 15 all. No, not up. Worse than the yard. 2 chases. Worse
Well,
than
well,
second,
well.
Worse than the yard. 15 all.
What must Lewis Gordon do now? He seems to have completely given up in this match. His head is just not in the right space at all at the moment. He's missing shots. His forces have stopped being too low and started being too high, which is never a good sign, because if you hit too low you're going to get a chase, but if you hit too high you're going to get punished.
Worse than the second gallery, worse than second. $30.15. Second chase is worse than 1.
Whereas Nino's just been going about his business.
Worse than 1.
Yeah, he'll put a few in the net from time to time. I mean, he's not a scratch player yet. Oh, that's just frustration. Pure frustration there from Lewis
30 all.
Gordon. Yeah, so Nino's been going about his business, not getting flummoxed by the situation, being here at almost 11 o'clock at night.
40-30.
Just needs to keep drilling away and to finish off this match.
Game to the server.
Nino has now won 9
Serving
games in a
by
row,
3 games to love.
and Lewis just looks completely out of options.
15.
And the lights have gone.
Oh,
We are now lights out here at Queen's Club.
that point will stand. But
No.
Nino can't quite believe where we're at. So the situation here at the Queen's Club is the lights have gone out because it is 11:15 at night. There are 2 lights of the main lights on in the building. That's why we can still see the players. It's not pitch black. But Marker John Woods Casey has gone off to find security to have the lights reinstated. As we wait for that, Jenny Jones in the chat is cheering on Nino for a fantastic second set.
No, I'm off. They're set and done.
Wants more of the same. But yeah, if you're a Radley fan, of course you will. But good to have you tuning in, Jenny. Jenny Jones, well known around the tennis community for bringing her dog with her to all tennis events. There's quite a few real tennis dogs in the world, and that's not the players, that's the canines. It's not uncommon to see at club matches around the country to see some dogs in the galleries. So again, the situation here, because of the late running of today's play, we are at lights out at Queen's Club, and we are into the 3rd set of this final first round match, with Nino Merola leading this 3rd set 3 games to love. As we await the resumption of play, Nino has not left the court. Lewis has left the court and will resume shortly, one imagines. The players were warned about this situation. You would have heard John Woods Casey at the start of the match when he was warned by the security that the lights would go out.
Yeah.
We're now in that situation and are waiting for the lights to return. This might be a good break for Lewis here, but give him a chance to reset, but it also might just be a sign that a reminder of just how late we are in the day, just how difficult it will be to try and recover from here. This is in fact the 3rd interruption to play that we've had over the first 2 days. So we've had this incident with the lights out. We've had an incident earlier today with the court sweating on this east court, and play had to be moved to the west court, only for that court to start sweating as well. And this was in the first match of the day. That then resumed on this east court. And also yesterday we paused for 2 minutes for the 2-minute silence at 11 o'clock for remembrance. Zach Edel on the chat. Anyone else got a dog named after real tennis? His dog's name is called Bando. He's looking to get another dog and is looking for a real tennis dog name. So anyone out there who has any ideas for real tennis pooch names, do put them in the chat. Zach Edel wants to know, and I'll be curious too to see what you'll come up with. I've got lights in it, not for these ones. Yeah, we're just waiting for the lights to resume here. The players, understandable, want to get on with it. Oh, we're back on. Here we go. Play will resume. I don't know if we're going to have a short knock-up or if we're going to go straight back into play. I guess we shall see shortly. I think the break may have been long enough to have a small knock-up. It's not the warmest here in London at the moment. So Nino will resume at the service end. And it looks like we will go straight back into it.
Apologies for the interruption, ladies and gentlemen.
That's okay, John. We know it's not your fault.
All right, we are at 1 set all, 3 games to love to the server, 15 love to the server. First serve.
All right, here we go again. And Lewis finds the first point after the interruption.
$30.50. Jace more than a yard worse than the last gallery, 30-15. No, not enough. Chase worse than a yard. 2 chases. More than a yard worse than last, and worse than a yard.
So Paul Kettle says an ex-Radley member had a dog called Tamba. Bando and Tamba, two good dog names. So interested to hear your dog stories around real tennis. It's hard because dogs are famous for going after lawn tennis balls, but you really don't want them sinking their teeth into a hand-sewn, hand-stitched ball that the pros have put their effort into making. So how do you keep your dogs away from the court balls?
40-15. Second chase is worse than 1. Lost the chase and the game. 1 game to 3. The receiver leads.
Nino's run continues. 4 love now here in the second set.
No, not up. Chase worse than a yard.
How does Lewis Gordon find anything? He knows it's possible to get a set off Nino. He did in the first set.
Down, worse than a yard.
Nino hoping for a strike there. I don't know why you turned down a worse than a yard chase. It's basically as good as a point and the serve. But why do you want the serve when you can hit dead-ons like that?
15 love.
Looking for winning gallery, can't find it.
Rest. 15 all.
Well, it's a tough ball. Came down close to the back wall. Lewis can't do anything with it.
30-50. $30 all. $40-30 and chase worse than 1.
James Walton talking about Christmas playing under 21-24's rackets at Queen's. Without warning, the court went pitch black mid-shot on a rackets court. That's particularly dangerous, especially if you've got fans in the galleries. as that racket
40,
score
30
is
receiver
absolutely
lead, chase
flying.
worse than one. Oh.
Beats the West in the yard chase.
Game. So the receiver leads, server leads 2 games to 3, third set. Time, please.
Apologies for the incorrect score, Jane. I'm in the process of fixing that now for you.
Chase the last gallery, 15 up.
I think, given that I've been sat here since 9 o'clock in the morning, I hope you forgive me for that small error.
Article, thank you. 30 love.
Especially given that these two players, at least from a distance, can be somewhat hard to tell apart, as I mentioned before, both being bald. It's not quite the real tennis bald world championships. We do have
30.
Ben Taylor Matthews also competing in that regard.
40, 15 and
Oh,
chase
Lewis
the
just
last
looks
gallery.
completely fed up there. Not a happy time for him. Really needs to find his range again. Tom Carey Hunt sat here since 9 AM. Yes, well, I mean, to be fair, I did have an hour break with the court sweating time. But I have fortunately been ferried food over the course of the day by the likes of Carolina Diego from the T&RA and most recently got a delivery from the world's biggest rackets badger, Jules Manton-Jones. And he won't mind me saying that because he'll openly admit that.
Lost, Jace.
Ooh.
30, 40.
Probably not the shot on there. Last gallery chase, you can probably just play it off along the floor. You don't need to go quite so hard at it.
Oh.
Also, it's been engrossing tennis today, so who wouldn't want to sit here and watch it for nigh on 11 hours. With more to come as we bring you the replay of the match earlier today on the West Court.
Thank you.
Didn't go in the grill, but also didn't go for a hazard. We're at deuce now. This break has helped Lewis. He's brought himself back into this set. Even though he looks tired on the court. It's a good serve.
Badage.
Unfortunately for Lewis, they've been a bit few and far between. And another good serve. We are at 3-all, folks.
Server, 3 games all. 3-all.
Another epic shaping up. Oh, that's unfortunate again. That's just come down flush. There's not much Nino can do with that. You'll see some players try and burst it off the back wall, but that really wasn't an option because it was right in front of the grill. And all he's going to do is smash it straight in that grill. For the record, I wouldn't have added 1 to the grill stats for that. I think Nino's dead on strokes. Just got a bit more wayward since the resumption.
30 love. Oh.
That's 2 in a row for grills for Lewis Gordon. He has a chance to get back in this match, take a lead in this third set. What a match we have on for you tonight. What a first round of the British Open this has been. Can anyone remember any first round which has been quite as close all the way through? The standard of tennis in this country and around the world is increasing all the time. And that's game.
Game to the server. Server leads by 4 games to 3. Third set.
Oh, that's come off the ledge of the winning gallery there. So close. And Nino eventually gets to the point. Wow.
15
He can consider himself lucky there. That was almost a winning shot by Lewis, but not to be. He's gone high again. That force isn't really working, and neither is that winning gallery shot. He misses again. Tennis is just getting a bit sloppy here now from both players.
15 all.
The late evening getting to them. Whoever wins this match has a 6 o'clock in the afternoon date tomorrow with Camden Riviere. That's the reward, such that it is.
$30-15.
The set just suddenly got close. It is quite tense out there again. Yeah, Nino's really not
30 all.
found his range since the lights went out. May have been just the break, may have been readjusting his eyes to the lights. Getting a bit frustrated with the timing and so on, but so he's missed that wide again.
Better than the second gallery. 30 all. And worse than 6 to chasers. Can we grab the balls, please?
So while they grab the balls, let's have a quick look at some statistics throughout the tournament, as we are now at the end of this first round. So dead-ons count is currently led by Zach Edel. He's had 2 very long games. He scored 20-odd dead-ons in his first match, and another good 15-odd in his second, so that takes him to 40. Rob Schenkman leading grills, which he's very happy with. Both Manchester boys having a good day when it comes to the grills. And winning galleries, John Woods Casey, well, in his match against Bertie, there was a lot of high balls. Anything up the court on the forehand side, he was demolishing into that winning gallery. Points won, Darren Long still leads that after his crushing victory over Mark Hobbs in his first round match. And well, Rob Schenkman in there as well. I think you can see Darren, Rob and Oliver Pridmore, really some of the only players who've actually had a 3-set victory where you can actually bump up that points 1 percentage thus far, such has been the tight matches that we have seen that's well up by Lewis.
Oh, it's too early!
As he says, too early. He saw it, he read it, he just couldn't get there in the right position to defend that winning gallery. Of course, playing off a chase, the hazard galleries are always on. Oh, and he finds the net.
Okay.
Yeah, now 4 all.
4 games all, 4 all.
Well, well, well.
Chase, worse than 1.
Again, Nino's still missing a lot high at the moment. And Lewis can't help but find the net. That looks frustrating. He's going to eat his racket. Not sure Gray's tastes that good. Not sure that's what you pay your 300 odd pounds for. I think if you want to eat, there's a nice bistro here at Queen's, although it is closed at this hour. Oh, there's a bit of pace. We haven't seen that for a while.
15.
Lewis really going after one. It's so rapid.
$30 all.
Yeah, in for a tight finale to this set. That frustration is growing with Lewis. He's got the lead in the set. He's got a worse than a yard chase. But you think a few bad calls his way, it could all unravel yet. To watch closely. Can he find some cause for optimism here? Nino, just stoic, not letting his emotions show. Even though he is clearly getting a bit tired as well.
40-30, the receiver leads. Chase worse.
Credit, of course, must go to John Woods Casey for sticking out here and marking to 11 o'clock at night.
I lost it, fell 2.
Oh, that's a good effort.
Juice.
Alas, not to be. Oh, what a volley.
Chase.
What a volley.
Than 4.
That was off the hip, in a pirouette. Probably eyes closed as well. What a volley there from Nino Merola. He can add that to his highlights reel. Clip that, folks.
Chase bet worse than 2. Better than 4, worse than 2. Juice.
I mean, plenty of very clippable shots today. Whether that was Zach Idle's wrong way facing overhead volley or Ben Taylor Matthews smashing a racket. If you're out there and you can find those clips, chop them up and put them on Instagram, on TikTok. Let's get this stuff trending. I'd do it myself, but I think you can imagine I've got plenty of other stuff to get on with as well.
Stop. Dying, please.
Oh, Nino's, for the first time really,
Receiver, second chase is worse
showing a
than 2.
tiny bit of talk back and frustration at himself. leave that.
Lost the chase. Deuce.
Such an important game here at 4-all and deuce. Will either player have the energy to come back after losing a set?
Door, deuce.
Wow, that's a great pick up there by Lewis. At full stretch. Fortunately, can't do it twice.
Advantage and a hazard chase the door.
So, given that there are at least 62 of you out there at 11 o'clock at night on a Monday night, where are you at? Are you tucked up in bed watching this on your phone? Are you still out and about on the town? Or are you all watching from Australia in the US and not having to worry about such late nights and work tomorrow? Where are you all watching from? Why do you not have work tomorrow? These are questions I wonder. But we have a game on our hands, folks. Maybe it's just the entertaining tennis that's keeping you all here.
Advantage receiver, chase hazard.
That's what's keeping me here for sure. Hazard chase.
Game to the receiver.
That is huge.
Receiver leads
We
by
now have a
5,
5-4 lead
third
to
set.
Nino. Lewis did have a bit of a comeback after the lights went out. But... oh. Still going here.
Chase the last gallery.
But if Nino can take this set, Lewis does not look up for having to fight back for 2 more.
Well.
Oh, that's just dribbled over.
Chase 6, 2 chases. Last gallery in chase 6.
That's not what you need if you're Lewis Gordon and you're 5-4 down. And you're 5-4 down and things start to go against you. It can feel so demoralizing.
No strokes, first chase is the last gallery.
Last gallery, here we go. Oh, and he's put it in the net.
15 love, second chase is 6. Yeah.
How critical is that going to be?
Lost the chase.
Whoa.
30 love.
You know, now gets the 30 love lead with the 5-4 and the serve. 2 more points to put it away. Lewis not giving up just yet, given the pace of that force. That was on target too, that.
$40-50.
And it is set point now.
Oh.
And he saves it. It's still
30.
alive. Needs to save another. It's not going to help. Can he put it away? No, he can't. Oh, keeps it alive. Oh no! It goes in the net.
And the third set
Lewis goes down.
Games to 4.
He is completely exhausted. He cannot believe he's lost this set. And if he wants to stay in this
So
match,
leads by 2
he
sets
needs
to
to
1.
find another 2 sets from somewhere.
Fourth set, level.
Alright, here we go. 4th set. Great way to start a set. With a winning gallery. Just wanted to show off to the fans. Because why else do you hit a winning gallery if not to show off?
30 love.
It's almost always a better shot to play. But if it's there, why not? Jeez, Lewis can hit
15,
hard.
30. Time.
It's too late in the night to try and go and get that ball, even if it is around about the door.
JC yard better than the second gallery. 15, 30, 1 check.
Oh, he's going for it. That was trying to get in the winning gallery, but couldn't quite get there.
Chase better than 1. 2 chases.
Josh King says, staying up for the top commentary. Well, if you are, I can only oblige. Let's have a look at that 3rd set, shall we? 37 minutes. Part of that due to the lights out. And again, much closer this time. Only 4 points in it on the serves 1. But Nino Merola, look at that serves 1 percentage. Up at 63%. It's just because Lewis is not finding his range at all
15, 30 to
on
receive a lead.
his
First chase is the yard
forces,
better
especially
than the
early on
second
in
gallery.
that set. He got better towards the end.
Top. $30 all. The second chase is better than 1. Better than 1.
Very short chase here. There's really only one thing to do. And that attempted to be it, but it wasn't quite.
Chase. 40, 30.
I think earlier in the match he probably would have got it. But I think both these players now are a little bit tired on their forces and volleys. And it's game to Lewis.
Game to the server. That's the first game of the 4th set. 1 game to love.
Will we see another shift in the way this match is progressing?
$15 love.
It's always the case that after you win a set, especially if it's close, you need to find a way to carry that momentum into the next set. You put so much effort and so much energy into finding those few points. You're on such a high. When it comes down, you need to be able to stay in it. You cannot afford any lapse in concentration when you're playing this game. Because 5 minutes is all it takes for you to be 3 love, 4 love down in a set and struggling against it. You can see Nino
30, 50.
berating himself for missing that volley. We'll go again. He finds a dead on. He's really targeting it. Whether or not he makes it there is
Chase better
another
than
question.
the door. 30 all, 1 chase.
That one tips over for a chase.
Chase.
That's a lovely volley.
Worse than two chases. Better than the door.
Simon Talbot Williams disagrees with me on whether or not hitting at the winning gallery is showboating and strictly speaking necessary. I guess I'm being a bit facetious on that point. Yes, his position was perfect, but always when you're going for the winning gallery, you do risk, if you're not pinpoint accurate, ending up in hazard second and losing the chase, or putting it high in the penthouse and giving your opponent an easy shot at the galleries. The only time, unless you are sure you're going to hit it,
first chase is better than the door.
it's generally better to target the timber grill area unless your opponent is predicting you're going to do that. So we see
40,
Lewis
30,
in
chase.
disbelief that didn't go over the net.
Lost the chase. And the game.
Alright, we are one game all.
Game all. Fourth set. 1-all.
Can Nino close it out now?
Out of court. Thank you. 15 love.
He's starting to show signs of those dropping the shoulders, dropping the body language a bit here, Lewis. Even though he is 1-all, he still is a long way back.
Yeah. Thank you, Luke.
Lewis cooling down on himself, which is good sportsmanship to see. In general, all the players in this tournament are professional markers themselves, whether that is at their home clubs or in these big tournaments like that, like we see throughout this. There are very few players who
40 love.
won't cool down on themselves or will try and cheat themselves into a hazard chase because they all understand what it's like being at the other end. Oh, that is so close to the timber wall. He's done well to get that back.
Chase better than the last gallery. 40 love.
Well, Nino looks like he's got on a bit of a roll here again. He's back to his stoic self. I'm sure I have plenty to say after the match, but for now there's no point getting caught up in decisions or net chords or balls that come flush with the back wall. As Lewis does his impersonation of a ghost with a white towel on his head. And it's been fairly humid here at the Queen's Club today, so it's understandable that there's a bit of sweat going around.
40 love. The receiver leads. Chase better than the last gallery. One chase. Ooh, nothing. And again. To the receiver 2 games to 1. The receiver leads.
Oh, he's done well running backwards off the volley.
Hazard chase. Thank you.
Ended up with a hazard, but it could have been such a shorter chase if he didn't get that running backwards volley. He did well to maintain his composure in that shot. That could have gone anywhere. And that one goes in the reel.
15 love.
He's hit 8 grills tonight. Oh, that's a fantastic
And chase better than 1. 2 chases.
volley by Nino.
Better than 1. 15 love.
what more can Lewis do here to stay in this match? Well, I guess the first thing he needs to do is find a way to be more positive, which is easier said than done, especially when you're 2 sets to 1 down and you feel like momentum's against you. Your plan A isn't working, which is Lewis's force. He's having to find other alternatives. Looks like Nino's very keen to get this match over with, pacing back and forth along the chase 1 line.
15 love, receiver leads.
Wants to
Hazard
get
chase 2.
back up to
Hazard.
Radley, get to bed.
Receiver wins the point.
Even though that was a hit
30
into the
love,
galleries,
second
he still
chase
hit that
better than
incredibly hard. Bang! And in.
40 love.
There was only one way that point was going to end.
Chase 4 and 5. 40 love.
Well, it's been a lovely day here at Queen's Club. We've got plenty more of this tournament to come. We'll be bringing you the remainder of the second round matches tomorrow, starting at 10 AM. And that will be an epic match between Rob Schenkman and Leon Smart. And we will continue throughout the day with John Lumley and Ollie Pridmore and the rest of the top seeds playing in their second round matches.
40 love. The server
Quarterfinals
leads
will
Chase
continue
4 and
on
5.
Thursday of this tournament, the Wednesday being the doubles first round. All the matches will be live here on the T&RA channel, so do tune in over the course of the week wherever you happen to be in the world.
Game to the server. 2 games all. 2 all. Fourth set. $15 love.
So we're at 2-2 now in the fourth set. Lewis is still hanging in there. Still fighting. There's,
Chase the last gallery. 15 love.
I think Camden Riviere should be honoured that both these two players are fighting so hard for the privilege of being demolished by him tomorrow evening. Oh jeez, that was dangerous. That came off the frame. That could have been an eyeball bat.
15 all.
That is why the T&RA recommends wearing safety glasses when playing, though none of these players are demonstrating as such. It is, of course, compulsory.
Chase better than the first gallery. 2 chases.
Compulsory
Last gallery better than the
here
first.
at
15 all.
Queen's for juniors under 18 that they wear glasses while they play. It definitely should be compulsory on a rackets court. So even there, some of the top players opt for bare eyes, which, quite frankly, I find ludicrous, because a rackets ball is the size of your eye and is just begging to take your eye out off a frame.
15 all. First chase is the last gallery.
That said, though, we've not really seen eye protection take off, even amongst the club players. There are still some advocates for it. Some people have issues with fog. I think most notably Oxford's Chris Lintott, who plays wearing a face shield as a way of keeping his eyes safe, as Nino
30-15.
throws some fist pumps at that one. What kind of volley is that? He was not at all sure of that.
30 all.
Simon Talbot Williams, if you just came in and watched those last 3 shots, you'd think that Rodders was walking it. Yeah, it's been up and down for Lewis today. He's had some amazing forces, as he's wont to do, but he also puts a lot high.
40-30.
To be fair, he was very much walking at the end of the first set.
Jay's better than 2, 40-30.
Nino's just struggling a little bit here. He needs to find some energy. Lewis is winding up on that force, and the last few that Nino's tried to defend have come off the frame. So, just needs to be a bit careful that he doesn't lose complete control of this fourth set. Talbot Williams and those 3-2. Yes, no, it does look like Rodders has some momentum again. That ever elusive, ill-defined concept in real tennis that swings wildly from side to side. So we are 3-2 here in the fourth set. Looking to book a place to play Camden.
No stroke.
You know, just been struggling on the return of serve a bit the last little while. There's not any particular serve that's been struggling with. He's been struggling with. It's just, I think, trying to do too much.
Love time, please. Thank you, Nino.
Jane Taylor, the net at Petworth is a bit lower than at the wall post. It's not 5 feet, that may account for Lewis finding the net. I just think if you play a hard-hitting power game, it's very hard to keep it on target the whole way through a match. But he is finding it on target right now. He's got 40 love up, 3-2 up with a good chase. Well, a bad chase actually. Just as the players collect the balls. So, this match may still have a way to run yet. What will we see? Will we see a fifth set yet again today? Or will Nino find a way to finish it in 4? Yeah, Simon, I think if you pick any 3 shots from the last 10-15 minutes or so, you'd think that Rodders was walking it. I think he's looking pretty strong at the moment. You know, it's just a bit tired. He's not as crisp as he was with his defensive volleys, nor with his return of serve. So Nino would need to find a way to counteract that.
Love, the receiver leads, chase 1 yard.
Chase a yard.
1 yard, yep.
Only one thing's going to happen here, and that's boom. Boom, but into the net.
15-40.
It's a good serve, to be fair. Well, there's the boom that he was after. 1 point later, but it still came.
6 and out.
That may have come through the dead-on netting and hit John with Casey.
Receiver leads by 4 games to 2.
He is going boom, isn't he?
15 love.
If he's going to be loose. Oh, that's an amazing get. Amazing pick up by Nino into the winning gallery. Scooping at it at full lunge. Gets it in there. What I was going to say was, if Lewis is going to go boom, and he's not particularly finding it well, do you want to encourage him to go boom? have him give away points.
40 love. Call.
Oh, that's unlucky. He probably had time to take off the back wall. It may have cut, but he probably had the time. Yeah, it's just finding a way here. Lewis hasn't put as much... Oh, that's a great finish. Lewis hasn't put as much in the air at the dead on. He's been a bit low in his shots now, and Nino is doing really well at lunging forward and scooping them back. I think as the rally goes longer and longer, I think it favours Nino. I think Lewis is looking for the short ones where he can just smack it, even if it does end up as a chase the line. It's in the air like that that Lewis needs to get Nino playing. If Nino's playing it off the back wall, I think he's too strong at the moment.
Oh.
Lewis just needs to find a way for it to be in the air.
Chase better than 5, 2 chases. The line and better than 5, 15 love.
Well, I imagine, even though they've got plenty of you watching now, I think the bulk of the people who will eventually watch this will be watching it back on replay, because we are approaching midnight here at the Queen's Club. So if you are watching on replay, welcome. It's always good to have you watching these matches back. And if you are watching live, then you're my kind of people. So we are in the 4th set, 4-3 to Lewis, but Nino looks to have found a bit of a groove. Very long chase here, chase the line.
First chase is the line.
And that will do it. If it's a long chase, a line or a house door, or even a door chase, if you just drive it hard and low, that will win you the chase. That's a fantastically well executed point by Nino. Push 2 across into the backhand corner. Playing chase better than 5. 2 across into the backhand corner. Got Lewis pushing over there, and then nails one down the forehand side to win the point. There we go. There's a winning gallery for Lewis.
30 all.
We are tight again here. It was like this in the 3rd set. It was quite tight going into the back half, and it is again here. There's a few points either way which could swing it.
40-30.
Just like that one. Because Lewis now has a chance for a 5-3 lead, which could be insurmountable. We're going to get a grill. I'm going to go for it, and Nino jumps in frustration.
Game to the server. Server leads by 5 games to 3. 4th set.
Oh, we could be on for a past midnight finish here, folks. If this goes to 5. Nino doesn't want it to. He's going to bring some power.
15 love. Chase 4. And worse than the second gallery, 2 chases.
Well, we'll take a chase however it comes.
4 and worse than second.
It's probably not how he anticipated that shot going, but he'll get the chase nonetheless. Which, given that he is 5-3 down, it's important that Nino, for his sake, retains as much of the serve as possible. Whereas you'd expect, especially off a chase 4, Lewis to try and force his way out of this set and into a fifth.
Server leads. First chase is 4 yards.
And can you imagine, by the original schedule, we would have had another match on after this.
$30 love. Second chase is worse than the second gallery.
Well, Nino's just blitzed this game here. Got 2 chases, 40 love up, got back down the serve. He does not want it to go to a 5th set. He wants to close it out right now. But he needs 3 more games to get back into it.
$15.40.
Not if Lewis has anything to say about it. Well, here we are, folks. 4-5.
To the server.
Right down at the business end of this 5th set. Sorry, rather 4th set.
Fourth set. Chase more than a yard worse than last. No strokes.
Oh, he's not happy, Lewis. He's hoping for some of those forces to find the back of the dead-on netting, not the top of the net tape, as Jane Taylor was pointing out in the chat before.
Better than 2, thank you. 2
And
chases.
it goes
More than a yard
Hazard.
worse than
Simon
last.
Talbot Williams
Better than 2.
pointing out there can't be 50 night owls. It must be 50 night owls because they can't all be Americans and Australians. Well, we are witnessing a fantastic match here, so I can't imagine why anyone would want to go to bed yet. So, if you are still watching, let us know. It is fantastic to have you all with us in this very exciting British Open first round match. I think it's been one of the closest first rounds in the British Open for many
15
years.
love. Receiver leads. First chase is more than a yard worse
It's
than last.
great to see. It's just a shame that it has to happen at 1:45 with a gallery entirely consisting of a marker, a commentator, and 50 night owls.
1 the chase. 30 love. Second chase is Hazard, better than 2.
Nino's 30 up in this game. He's got Hazard chase, which he'll look to bank on. Just like that. And we
Receiver
could be heading for a 5-all very soon. Jenny Jones watching in bed, cheering on Nino. Michael Fleming also cheering on Nino. That's a fantastic get off the timber. But it's one shot too many. Lewis finds the grill.
15-40. Chase the last gallery, 15-40.
Ben Yorston, mega shift from you, Ben. That's referring to me. Hoping Nino to nick the set for Radley loyalty. Well, Ben, I want to say you played very well this morning against Rob Shankman, pushing him to a 5-all. I think you should be very proud of how the way that you've played this tournament, and hope to see many things from you in the years to come. Tom Carey Hunt still tuning in from the Reelers Darkland of Kent, Sussex. Well, we just have to get another Reelers court out in the Kent, Sussex area, don't we? There should be tennis courts everywhere, so as many people as possible can discover this game.
Last gallery.
That's just trickled over the net. That's not fair for Lewis. In a way, losing the 40 love wasn't bad for Nino, because it means he's actually starting the 5-all game at the service end, whereas if he'd won the 40 love point, he's starting it at the hazard end. So I wonder if that's a bit of a blessing in disguise to lose that point. Oh, that's tough. He's just gone main wall 10 below.
15 love.
And he takes the lead in the final game of the 4th set.
All.
Oh, it could not be closer here in this 4th set. 15 all. Oh no, that's not what he needed.
30-15.
Yet another net cord for Lewis Gordon going against him. Can you feel the tension in the room? Can you feel it?
Chase better than 4. 30 all.
Good one to bank there, better than 4. This point's so important. So important, this point. And it's out of court. Nino can't believe it. And it is Lewis Gordon who reaches set point first. He was 5-3 up, but this is his first set point. He's got a better than 4 to defend. What can Nino do here to save it? What can Lewis do here to win it?
Server leads. Chase better than 4.
Henry Hammond, big cut volley needed here. Absolutely, Henry. And it's in the net, and we are going to 5. Yep. Can you believe it?
And the 4th set to the server, 6 games, 5.
We are 13 minutes from midnight, and we have a set to play here at the Queen's Club. Well, well, well. What a British Open this has been so far. Change of shirt for Lewis Gordon, so let's have a look at some of the set 4 statistics. And those are pretty close. Both players really finding the serving end to their advantage now. Fewer dead-ons than you'd expect from these two. And a set duration of 32 minutes. There is absolutely nothing in any of those statistics. They are so even. What a match we are witnessing. For all of you who have stayed up tonight, you are in for a treat as we go to the final set of the day's play. Soon to be tomorrow's play. Ben Yorston didn't want to go to bed anyway. I don't think any of us do at this point. It's too engrossing. Too engrossing. We are 2 sets all here at the Queen's Club. Our players just taking a short break between the 2 sets to change clothes. I don't think this is what either of these 2 players signed up for. As we are waiting for the players to return. Here comes Lewis. Nino is ready. And we have a 5th set on our hands. Well, for all of you tuning in, which way is it going to go? Will Lewis be able to find enough balls over the height of the net to win the 5th set, or will Nino's precision carry the day? Let us know what you think. Let us know where you're watching from. It's great to have you all with us. And credit must also go to John Woods Casey for staying here and marking all these matches. I hope he's jet lagged, because if he's not, he's going to be.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 5th and final set.
Here we go.
Double.
Final set. And Nino gets the first blood of the final set of the day.
Love. $40 love. Chase. More than a yard worse than last. 40 love.
Mark Edel, best British Open first round he's ever seen. Couldn't agree more, Mark. It's been absolutely fantastic these last 2 days. Jane Taylor, what a battle. Come on, Lewis Gordon. What a battle it has been indeed.
40 love server leads Chase more than a yard worse than last.
That's exactly what Nino needed.
Yeah,
Very quick first game. Try and get some momentum back and build. He was 5-3 down in that 4th set. He did fight back to 5-all, so he has got some momentum with him.
Nice direction, Chase.
But will it be enough to carry the day? And that's Nino's second grill in a very short space of time. Can he find a third?
Article, thank you.
No, that just tips the out of court line up on the top of the main wall.
Top.
Oh, the forces are coming thick and fast now.
Chase better than 6, 2 chases. Worse than 2, better than 6, 15 all.
Just as a reminder to how we got to where we are in this match. We started off with Lewis coming out of the gates fairly strong, finding his targets a lot in that first set, forcing Nino into a lot of volley errors, but then just seeming at the end of the set, Nino just turned it around. Lewis was all at sea, and Nino was clinical, winning the second 6 love. Then at 3 love in the third set, we had the lights go out for a short period because we've been here so late at night. And even though Nino went on to hold that set, that little break brought Lewis back into it.
On chase, feel better than 2.
Oh, won that chase. That's pretty good.
30, 15 second
And then
chase.
it was a very close battle all the way through that 4th set. And then here we are now in the 5th. There is nothing in it, folks. Who wants it more?
No. Chase worse than a yard. 30 all.
In the chat, Simon Talbot Williams asks, have all these close first round matches made life easier for the top seeds entering the fray in the second round? Not sure. I think if you look at the match today between Zach Edel and Mattia Salong, so that was a second round match. Zach played a 5-setter in the first round against Will Flynn, which featured an absurd number of match points on both sides. And so he came into that match, you could see physically he was the more exhausted player.
Game to the server.
But he was also reading the court and reading the play a lot better and was much more fine-tuned than Mathieu, and was able to perhaps push him harder earlier on, especially in the second set, than he perhaps would have if they were both as cold as each other. So I guess it's a bit of swings and roundabouts.
15 love. Time please. Thank you. Love receiver. all.
Jack Carter, 5-all written all over this one.
Sorry.
I think quite possibly.
Top.
Again, these two players could not be closer.
$15.30. Out of foot. 30 all.
Nino does have the advantage here of being 2-love up. Because even if they exchange games from here on out, he'll still take that lead. Lewis needs to find a way to get a couple of games in a row.
Chase better than the second gallery, 30 all.
Getting the service end will help, but I think you'd rather have that gone in the dead on. Oh, he tries to sneak another winning gallery. We saw one of those earlier in the night. Not to be this time. It will be a grill though.
40-30 in the chase.
Is this the breakthrough that Nino needed? He's 2-love up. 40-30 up. With a decently long chase. Could this be the match right here, folks? Or will we see
40-30 the receiver lead.
yet another development?
Gallery. Better than second. Oh.
Oh, he's framed it into the winning gallery post. And it's now Jizz. So an opportunity gone begging there. Oh, and that's an opportunity gone begging too.
Advantage receiver.
Oh my god. What are we witnessing? Both these players giving it absolutely everything. That service points one stat you just saw on the screen.
Game.
Oh, 3-0 now to Nino. That hides the fact just how close it's been because of that second set, which was bageled. In the last little while, it's been so close between these two. Nino finding the edge now, though.
15 love.
He needs 3. Lewis needs 6. Who will get there first? Oh, that's so close. That hit bottom plank of the penthouse there. Heavy cut. It's such a heavy cut by Nino. You can see it the way that his racket came down. It was never going to be playable off the back wall.
Sorry, just 3 seconds. See if the lights go off. Nope, we're good. Sorry, thanks. 15 up, 1 chase.
Hoping the lights don't go off again. That would
15 up
be
server.
very much not ideal.
$15 all.
Oh, frustration starting to show with Lewis now. He's fought so hard to get back in that 4th set, and he's throwing it all away in this 5th.
$30 all, time please.
How is it going to end?
That's 3.
Lewis needs to find this game at the very least. 4 love seems too much. 3-1 seems a lot better. Oh, that's a great dead on by Nino.
Worse than 2.
Shake of the fist. He's up for it. Are you up for it? I'm up for it. Let's go. What a match we have witnessed today. 5 sets yet again. We saw Levi and Ben going to 5 sets earlier today. We saw Zach and Will going to 5 sets yesterday. It has been an amazing 2 days of tennis.
40,
Long may it continue.
Chase worse than 2. Lost the chase filter in 4.
Oh,
And the game.
4
games to love,
love
server leads, 5
now
sets.
to Nino.
Oh.
Just needs 2 more. He looks good for it.
$15 love.
Oh, and the head drops there for
15 all.
Lewis. He knows he needs every point now. He can't afford any more mistakes. And that is clinical by Nino. Finds that target. Surely not far away now. Surely not far away now.
$40-50.
5 points. That's all he needs. And that won't be one of them.
30-40.
Will we see another twist to this tail yet?
Oh.
Seems not. He's got a 4 love lead that feels insurmountable at this point. He doesn't look fatigued or tired. Lewis does. I think that's the difference. Coming back from his injury, it must be so hard. That said though, he has lost his knee braces. in the last change of ends. I'm just noticing that now. He's still got the ankle brace on. Oh, that's just bounced all over the grill. Didn't go in, but it's not playable. And that's unfortunate for Lewis.
5 games to love in the 5th and final set.
We are 1 game away, folks. 1 game away from the end of this epic, epic day of tennis.
Ready. 15 love.
Lewis is still fighting. He's got to at this point. He's got nothing to lose now, except for a few hours of sleep. And that's so nonchalantly just smacked at the dead on. Now, will we see, if Nino wins this, will we see a big come on?
Chase more than he had worse than last. 30 love.
Something I don't think we see enough of in real tennis is those big lavish celebrations, a couple of come-ons and oh yeahs and let's goes, and I think you really only see it. I think you see Cam do it quite a lot in the World Championships, but at these matches, whatever the etiquette is, it just doesn't seem to happen quite so much.
30.
I think the game could do with a bit more attitude from some of the players. Be a bit less reserved and really go for it with those celebrations. I don't know, what do you think in the chat?
Chase the line, 2 chases. More than he had worse than last, and chase the line, 15, 30.
2 long chases here. Which long chases you favour the receiver because they can hit those galleries. But still have the option to play forehand side. So yeah, will we see a big celebration if Nino gets this set? Or will we just see him just nod his head slightly and walk towards the net to shake hands? Or will we see Lewis Gordon come back?
More than he had worse than last.
Or will be revealed. Oh, that's an excellent cut volley. That's the shot he needed at the end of that last set. And that's an excellent one as well.
One to chase.
Alright,
14,
folks.
30.
Here we go. Match point. Not to be, not to be. The match continues. That's gone high. And he's put a bit too much in there. It's gone for a hazard. You'd hope they'd put that away, but he's just put a bit too much on that. Advantage again. Ben Yorston. Nino might do the Nadal spread eagled after this one, but from exhaustion more than flamboyance. Well, that would be a sight to see, wouldn't it? It has been another epic. There have been so many epics. So good to see. Jane Taylor agrees that the celebration is nice to see, but written in the laws of tennis that no overt celebration should be displayed. The laws were written a long time ago, however. I'd probably disagree with the laws there. I think it's good to see some personality. I don't think you should at any point be aggressive or abusive, but to show that the players care, at the very least. They're not just robots. Anyway, match point. It's gone high. Oh, he's in the net! He's in the net! Oh my god. He has thundered into the net chasing after that ball off a hazard chase. and has lost the point for maintaining contact with the net while the ball was in play. Can you believe it? We have seen absolutely everything at the British Open today.
Out of court.
That was
is
Sting.
receiver.
And that's frustration there from Lewis. He puts the ball in the net rather than himself in the net. Back to Juice.
Chase worse than 2. Juice.
It continues.
Stop. Advantage, and the chase worse than 2.
Well, another match point. Short chase though. Will we see drama like we did the previous match point with Nino running into the net? What will happen this time? Nino taking his time. Knows it's a big point coming up.
Advantage receiver, chase worse than 2.
Match point. Worse than 2. And he's done it!
Game the 5th.
Nino screams in celebration. He has won the match. 3 sets to 2. There we go. Big fist pump in celebration. A thumbs up to the marker.
2-6, 6-love, 6-4, 5-6, 6-love.
What a match we have witnessed tonight. Well, we will remember this day of British Open real tennis for a long, long time because it's been absolutely fantastic. Wow. Thank you so much to all of you who have joined us. Thanks to all the players today and to all the markers, especially John Woods Casey for sticking it out here right to the end. Let's have some match statistics to finish us off. 2 hours 13 minutes that match, going all 5 sets. Some 2 bagels in there, which helped a little bit with the timing. And you can see there's not a lot in it either way. Nino's serving, I think, just coming out on the top in that 2nd and 5th set. Well, what a day of tennis that has been. Thank you very much for joining us wherever you have been in the world. I've been Ben Gatenbeek. We will hope to see you tomorrow, bright and early, at 10 AM UK time for Rob Shankman and Leon Smart. Thank you very much, and goodbye.